to Career UpRising. I'm your host and professional career coach, Lorraine Rise. Join me as I guide you through an amazing journey of self-discovery and empowerment. If you are looking for work, changing careers, or stuck in a toxic job, then this is the show for you. I offer both practical and spiritual guidance to help you up-level and advance your career. Let's start the uprising. Hey everybody, you are listening to episode 49, my 1-year anniversary show. A look back and a look ahead. Hey everybody, how are you doing? You know, I'm doing well today, but I'm going to warn you, my voice is a little bit hoarse. I've just had a busy morning and a busy week. I've coached 2 clients already this morning and just recorded another show before this. Now I'm recording another. I pretty much talk for a living. So hopefully my voice will last this whole show, but that's okay. I love what I do. I love being here, and I'm happy to do this show. So just giving you a heads up if I have to stop and get a sip of water, or if I sound like I have a little froggy in my throat or anything like that. But so, this episode today is a little different because I'm just feeling so happy and so sentimental. This is going to mark the 1-year anniversary of launching this show. My first episode came out late April of 2018, and it really was a milestone for me in a lot of ways, personally and professionally. And I want to celebrate that, and I want to take this episode to kind of take stock out loud in front of all of you guys of, what I've achieved in this last year and where I'm going in my practice and where this show is going to be going. And it's not all going to be about me. I want to offer you to do the same thing that I am doing. And I've got some ideas and some tips for you on how you can kind of do the same and take stock of your career, what goals you've achieved, what you still have left. And, this kind of thing is something that I think everybody should do, is really evaluate where they're at and where they want to go and who they're becoming. And, it's about celebrating your wins, cutting your losses, and shaping your future. And I'm doing that today, right now with you guys. I want you to join me on that. Okay. And I want everything that I'm going through and the tips and things that I'm going to share, I want you to take to heart and apply to your own career. All right. So the first thing that I did to kind of prepare for this show today was to go back into the archives and listen to my very first show 1 year ago. And I don't think I'd listened to it in its entirety since it launched. And I'm so proud of myself. I'd never done anything like this before. I had never done live radio or shows or even really been interviewed or anything like that before. But I always had the desire. I had always wanted to start a podcast. I had no idea I would go big and start one with Summer McStravick, of all people, who had been my long distance mentor for a decade. So it's just blossomed into this amazing thing. But going back and listening to the first show, I'm really proud of myself at how confident I did sound, considering I'd never done, and that show was live. It's pre-recorded now, but there were no redos before. So talk about like getting thrown into it. You know what I mean? But I grew so much from that experience. And I think I've improved so much. I can hear the growth in my voice. I have so much more confidence, I think, and more clarity in my message. I think I'm always continuing to refine my message and evolve what I'm teaching and where I want to go. And so it was great to go back and to listen to that and then compare it now to my shows. So I love where the show is going. But the other thing I want to do today too, and that I want you to do as well, is feel comfortable celebrating your accomplishments. People struggle with this so much. The clients that I work with, this is huge. They have a really hard time owning their success and their value. And I've been able to master that pretty well. And I need to be able to master that as a coach in order to help you to do the same thing, right? So if I don't charge appropriately for my programs, if I don't have success stories, and if I don't claim to have value for you, how can I possibly help you to do that yourself as a job seeker out in the job market? So I want to share all of this with you and encourage you to be able to do the same. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to share with you in just a second a list of what I've accomplished in the past year since starting this show. We're going to start with the launch of the show last April, and I'm going to list out for you kind of at a high level what I have accomplished, mostly professionally, in the past year. And I'm doing that because I want to show you what is possible in a year. All right. And I want you to be thinking about you and what you can accomplish in a year and kind of change your relationship with time and what is possible and what is realistic. Now, this was kind of easy for me to do because I'm a super career nerd. Okay. And I already keep a list of all my accomplishments throughout the year. So I keep a running list. I have a Word document open. And whenever I achieve something, I write it down. I love it. And it's like collecting all this success. And I think it just breeds more success. And it's not vain to do that at all. I think it's necessary. So it's pretty much a copy and paste for me to do this. So here for you now is what I've accomplished in the past 12 months since launching this show. So we'll start with number one. I launched my show with my 10-year long-distance mentor and idol, Summer McStravick, who I've still never met, but one day that will change. I started my first ever Facebook group to support the show. I participated in the High Vibe live Facebook event last September in front of a live audience, and then hundreds or even thousands more who viewed it online. I published my book. This was huge, a book that I had written 2 years prior, but then I sat on it because I was too chicken to publish it. I finally fixed that in 2018. I earned my highest income ever in my career, certainly more than I ever did at a traditional job. I've recorded my first ever meditation, and there's more to come. Stay tuned. You're going to soon see a whole new shop page on my website where you can purchase digital products, my book, and meditations, things like that, without even being a client. You'll be able to purchase help in your career right off my website. I traveled to Massachusetts for the first time to meet another business coach of mine, Jenny Fenig, for the very first time. So I kind of made a pilgrimage up there for a VIP day. I have a coach. I have multiple coaches all the time. I traveled to Idaho and Utah for a vacation, 2 places that I had never been before, and it was breathtakingly beautiful. I published 18 blog posts, and that's in addition to 50, or now we're up to almost 50, podcast episodes. I earned my SHRM CP, which is an HR certification, and I had really no reason to have to do this. I'm not working in a traditional job. I didn't need this, but I just did it because it felt good. And I had always said that I wanted to. So I did. And it felt really, really good to check that off for me. So I got a certification. I conducted 5 media interviews on websites, podcasts, and such. I got recognized by a fan in a Starbucks. That was crazy. And especially from my Twitter feed, which made it even more remarkable. I hit the 200 mark for clients enrolled, and I'm well over that now in my coaching practice. I launched my first ever webinars. I did 2 live webinars online. I hired a new resume writer, and I totally rebranded, changed the name of my company, and launched a completely new website from scratch. I did all of that in 12 months. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something. There could be more. But in thinking about this list, despite all of these awesome accomplishments, I know I could have done so much more. I know I could have. Because we constantly underestimate ourselves. I'm still working on this myself. I think we tell ourselves a lot, I don't have time. I don't have time to go back to school. I don't have time to launch a job search. I don't have time to work on my resume or go do networking. I don't have time is the biggest lie you could tell yourself. I really think it is. We all get the same amount of time in a day, in a month, in a year. How is it then that other people can achieve so much compared to some other people? What's the difference? They don't have more time. The difference is their attitude. Their difference is their relationship with time and what they think is possible and what they think is feasible and the amount of action that they're willing to take. So how you manage that time, what you do with it, is up to you. And I'm constantly working on this. It's a big push for me personally in 2019 to rethink my relationship with time and how much I can get done. And it doesn't mean taking it all on myself and go, and just achieve. It means sometimes, what can somebody else do? Does this really need my time? Is this really important? Sometimes you just need to reevaluate your priorities. Sometimes you need to get help and outsource things that don't need to be done. I have absolutely outsourced a lot of things within my business that have freed up my time so much and made me more effective at what I like to do. How can you do that for you? For the rest of this year, how can you start accomplishing more in 2019? Not always by doing more, but by getting support, working smarter, all right? There's more than one way to approach this, but I'm redefining this for myself in 2019. And I'm committed to doing even more than I did on this list for 2018 and making it grow even more. And I want to say too, it's not just about doing and achieving. There has to be meaning and purpose behind what you're doing and what you're achieving. It's not just about what you do. It's about who you become in the process of doing it. Because you never stay the same. We're always becoming who we are. We're always evolving. And achieving new things is just one way to accelerate that. So on that note too, I had also, in addition to keeping a list all year long of everything I've done, I also kept a list of how I feel like I've changed as a result of those things and how I feel like I've grown. And I'm going to share that with you today, right now. Number one, I've become a more confident and engaging public speaker. I've become more patient and more effective as a parent with my daughter. I've become even more grateful and appreciative of my husband, who I've been with for 19 years, an astounding 19 years. I've forever changed my mindset around money and how to manifest steady cash flow that I need and desire. I've become more effective as a coach, as a resume writer, as a speaker, everything. And my clients are now getting even better results than they did in the beginning. I've let go of a lot of worry and doubt and impatience, doubting my ability to help people, doubting my ability to grow my business. I have really cleansed a lot of that. And there's more. I've got more levels to get to. But these are things that I'm witnessing within myself. I know how to manifest miracles, large and small, on a daily basis. I have I won't say complete. I'm working on having complete trust in myself and in the divine plan for my life. I'm surrendering more. I'm saying yes more. These are ways that I'm changing. This is where I'm going, and I want you to come with me. So how about you? What are you achieving in 2019? How are you changing? What are you becoming? If you haven't started writing these things down, go ahead now. Start for this year. Or whatever you're listening to this. Maybe you're going to listen to this in 2020. Start where you are with what you have and what you know right now. And make a list of what you've achieved so far and what you want to achieve in the rest of the year and who you want to become in the process of that. So let's take a quick break. let you ponder that for a minute. When we come back, I'm going to go even deeper into giving you guys a sneak peek of my future goals. I've already told you what I've accomplished. Now I'm going to tell you what I want to accomplish and where I want to take my show and my coaching. Okay. And I've got some good tips for you about how you can do the same. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're on a break for just a minute, and I want to tell you how you can work with me personally as your career coach. My signature program, Career Transformation, is perfectly designed for clients who are going through a major career transition. If you're changing fields, or maybe returning to the workforce after an absence, or even undecided on a career path, this is the solution for you. My coaching process is laser focused and is tailored to your needs. So we'll gain clarity on your path and craft a job search strategy that will support your big career move. So if that sounds amazing, take action now by heading over to my website, careeruprising.com, to learn more about the Career Transformation Program and apply for a phone call with me. All right, let's get back to our show. All right, guys, and we are back. So now that we know what I've done in the last year, here's where I'm going. And here's some of my goals for 2019 and beyond, both personal and professional. And when I'm done with this, I want you to get out a pen and paper or your Mac or whatever you like and do the same thing. So one goal, I am working on completely releasing caffeine and alcohol from my diet, and I'm really close. Caffeine's pretty much done. That was easy. And I'm almost there on the alcohol too. These are all part of my personal and professional growth. It may not seem like they're linked, but they are. I want to encourage you to think the same way, okay? So look at your diet, your habits, and your lifestyle, not just your career. I'm gradually evolving into even broader life coaching, in addition to helping with people with careers, which I think I always will. But I'm evolving, and I've been working with my own coach. I work with Jenny Fenig. I work with Summer McStravick. I work with Brooke Castillo. I have a lot of people I follow. I'm always being coached myself. And I would encourage you to hire a coach, whether it's me or anybody else. I'm planning on launching some online workshops later in the year to coach people in a group setting. I haven't done the group thing yet, so I'm going to play around with that. Stay tuned for details there. I'm planning to make more career-related meditations and guided visualizations, and they'll be for sale soon on my website so that anybody for a very low cost can get insights into how I have reprogrammed my mind for success in job searches and in my career. I'm in the process of making Career UpRising a registered trademark. Cross our fingers. That's a long process. I'm working on it. I'm going hiking in August in the Adirondack Mountains in New York with my two amazing sisters that I love so much. Why? Because I love challenging myself. I thrive on doing new and difficult things. And let's face it, guys, I'm not the athletic type. And I want to have some good bonding sister time. So I'm doing that in August. I plan to I would love to write a book, like a real book. I wrote my ebook, which I love. And that was a stepping stone, but I'd love to write a full-length book for you all one day. So that may come as well. That's a goal I have. And of course, I just want to grow my business and I want to travel and I want to reach more people. There's so many more things that I want to do and that I'm going to do. And you can too. Who knows what else? I don't know where I'll be in a few years, and you don't know either, and you don't need to know. But you need to start where you are and move towards what you think you want right now. Rather than having a firm plan, I like to just be open to life's possibilities. What can you do this year to up your game? Do what I've done. You don't have to start a business. I just mean get clear on what you want. I'm able to achieve so much because I know what I want in my career and my life. The reason I know what I want is because I spend a fair amount of time thinking about it and writing about it, journaling about it. I think about how I want to feel. What do I want to be known for? What matters most to me? And I didn't always know those things, but I set out to find them. knowing that the answer was inside me. And once I know those things, I ask myself, what needs to change to make them happen? How do I need to change? Because 99% of the time, that's what it is. I need to change something about myself, my perspective, my actions, my choices. So what needs to change for you? Do you need to stop limiting yourself and holding yourself back, telling yourself you can't? Do you need to stop believing that you are what your boss says you are? Do you need to stop being scared? Do you need to stop the negative self-talk? Do you need to start applying for those stretch jobs that you think you can't get? Do you need to start working with a coach? Find a mentor? Go back to school? Take a course, learn a new skill, find a hobby that helps relieve your stress from work. Apply for a promotion. There are infinite possibilities available to you. It's just a matter of you choosing one. Imagine what you would do if you didn't talk yourself out of it, if it was an option for you. Imagine if I had talked myself out of coaching. Imagine if I said, I'm too scared to be live on the radio. And who's going to listen anyway? No one will ever buy my program. I'm not really that good. What if I said all that? I would never be here today talking to you now. I wouldn't have helped to change the lives that I've helped to change, over 200 clients and counting. So apply this to you. It can be yours. Where do you want to go in 2019? What do you want to do? So this one is short and sweet. I'm going to leave you guys with that, okay? So before I close out, this is your last chance. When the show airs, your last chance to go big. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Take action. Give me a call. Take advantage of the 20% off any one of my programs. I've got a premium resume writing program, the Coaching and Career Jumpstart, Career Transformation. April's almost over, guys. The investment will go back up in May, all right? So procrastinating will not be rewarded. If you make the commitment now and sign up in April 2019, you'll get a free copy of my book, you'll get my meditation, and you'll save a heck of a lot on the investment. And you can do a payment plan too. So take action. Go to careeruprising.com, request a phone call, and we will take it from there. And hey, I've also, just so you guys know, I've got a new direct line. You can call me direct if you want now. It's 866-202-9323. That's 866-202-9323. All right? So write your goals down, celebrate your successes, take everything that I've shared with you, apply it to yourself. Take a quick look back and a look ahead at yourself. And if you do so, let me know. Email me. I'd love to know what you learned about yourself. All right? That's it, guys. I can't wait to connect with you again. I'll be back next week. Take care. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you heard today, please consider giving the show a positive review on iTunes. It would mean a lot to me, and it would help to spread the word so that others can learn about the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you again next time on Career Uprising.
This show is brought to you by inflowradio.com. The best curated talk radio network for personal development, wellness, spirituality, and conscious business.